not even a nuke fight anyway. All you gotta do is push a button. Sir,
Quiet. Put your hand on that wall, trooper. Put your hand on that wall. The enemy cannot push a button if you disable his hand.
Hello and welcome to another issue of the Headless Hammerhead Guide to Comics and More. Today we're going to continue our series on the Lancer role-playing game. We're going to discuss pilot gear. We've already discussed pilot weapons and pilot armor. Today we're going to discuss the other types of gear that pilots are able to have on their persons. And you're allowed 3 pieces of gear in addition to 1 weapon and 1 armor. And let's get to it, not waste any more time. Corrective gear is a type of first aid that brings back a pilot that's down and out. It resuscitates them, and it is limited to 1 use before you need to get another one, and it does take a full action to use, but it revives the person, bringing them back to full consciousness and 1 HP. A sneaky way to get an extra weapon for your pilot is to get frag grenades. Frag grenades allow you to use them with a range of 5, and it causes 2 explosive damage with a blast area of 1, and they do come in pairs, so you do get 2 of them, and you can use it as a quick action to basically throw the grenade. So since you get 2 quick actions, you'll be able to throw both of them, and if the person fails their save, then they will take 2 explosive damage. Really good. Another first aid gear item is the patch, and you can use this on yourself or another pilot, and it restores half of their maximum HP, which is amazing. Only problem is, unlike the correctives, this does not restore or revive or resuscitate a down and out pilot. Next up we have stims. These are chemical stimulants, and they have 3 different effects that you can have. You do get 3 uses of it per gear item, and you have the 3 effects are kick, freeze, and juice. Kick keeps you awake for up to 30 hours, which is amazing. Freeze keeps you calm and stable, and basically helps you to avoid being affected by fear and other strong reactions. And then you have juice, which heightens your senses and alertness, reduces fatigue, and reduces reaction times. And sometimes though it provokes rage in some users. The 2 better ones are kick and freeze, of course. I think freeze might be the best one out of the 3. Has a lot of really great uses. This is an excellent piece of gear that you should always have on you as a pilot for the role-playing and more narrative parts of your adventures or missions. Next we have thermite charge, another type of weapon. It's a type of mine, and you can charge it and detonate it remotely as a quick action. So when you detonate it, the targets must save on an engineering save or take 3 energy armor piercing damage, which is amazing, and they also automatically deal damage to objects with 10 energy armor piercing damage to the objects.
Hey, sorry to interrupt, but if you're liking this video, please hit that like button, the thumbs up. It really helps me out a lot, and also make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any future videos. Thank you.
If you're exploring another world or on an enemy ship and you're trying to infiltrate, it's great to have camo cloth. This basically grants you invisibility. Nobody can spot you if you have this on. It takes 10 seconds to activate, and you wear it like a skin suit. It's really handy in the narrative play. Data plating is basically something you connect to your jaw or your mandible, and allows you to communicate with others without making too much noise, and it also helps you translate and speak other languages. For my campaign, I'm not gonna have a lot of restrictions as far as communication and things like that, so for my campaign I wouldn't recommend this. But if your DM, or excuse me, your GM is a stickler for communications type stuff, then you would need to take this. Another one that wouldn't really be useful in my campaign, at least, extra rations. I'm not going to be a stickler for food and that kind of stuff, so not really useful. Although it can be used for bartering if you need to barter with an alien race on a distant planet or something like that, then maybe. But otherwise, Another one is the flex suit. In my campaign, wouldn't really be necessary, but basically helps you to adapt in a hostile environment, and you don't need to eat or drink for about a week when you're wearing it. It also removes any waste products, so you don't need to stop and remove it to use the bathroom, things like that. But again, it's good for role-playing in certain situations. In my campaign, I wouldn't require it. Handheld printer. Now this one has a lot of uses. So if you're stranded on an alien planet or something like that, and you need a knife, or you need a hair clip or pin, anything like that, you can print it as long as you have the right pattern chip. But I wouldn't be a stickler for that. But it's great item, probably one of the best on here. Another amazing item, if you're the hacker type, the Subjectivity Enhancement Suite allows you to hack into terminals remotely without any other tools or gear. You basically are able to do it through just your mind. It's really interesting, great for role-playing, and it allows you to interface with other systems through alternate reality. It's really neat, but you're opening up your mind to access from a third party, so you're basically leaving yourself vulnerable for attacks. Next we have InfoSkin. This is used for disguise, so it's really cool if you're trying to hide from whatever, if you're wanted, or if you want to infiltrate the bad guys area and they know who you are. You put this on and it can mask your face by changing slightly some of your features, and even giving you like a slight pot belly, things like that. It's pretty neat in really spy type situations. Works really well. Or if you're on the run, if you're wanted or something like that. Mag clamps are used for like spacewalking, so if you're going to do repairs on the outside of your ship or whatever, you use these to walk outside of your ship without being pulled out into space. Nanite spray is pretty cool if you're separated from your team and you want to leave messages in spots, say, throughout, if you're in a ship or whatever and you've been captured, you leave messages throughout with the nanite spray, and your team can use a scanner to read the secret message. It has a very specialized, specific use, but it could be really cool in narrative play. If you're separated from the main hub, you have an Omni hook, which allows you to have like an extended hotspot for communications and even access to the internet and Union systems. Personal drone could have a lot of uses, especially for spying, recon, things like that. Very neat. But these are not to be confused with combat drones. These would not be good for that. Prosa Collar is kind of like the InfoSkin, only it doesn't physically change. It's a projected hologram, and it's only for your face. So if you're like trying to break into somewhere and the cameras could spot you, this will trick a camera. It'll trick people from far away, but up close they can tell that it's a hologram projected in front of your face. Smart Scope gives you up to 2 miles of visibility. Really great for, of course, sniping and for spying, things like that. And it could be mounted with thermal, optical, and simulated vision devices as well to allow you for really great visibility up to 2 miles. Sleeping bags are great. Basically, it gives you immunity to burn, protects you from the vacuum, and underwater, things like that. Gives you air up to an hour, which is amazing. And the only thing is, while you're in it, you're stunned and you can't take actions other than to use a full action to exit the bag. But slightly better than the sleeping bag is the SSC Self Undersuit, created by Smith Shimano Corpro. These are used for terraforming and stuff like that. It's actually a bio entity that forms a symbiotic relationship with the wearer, and basically it feeds off of your waste products, and it grants you a protection from environmental factors like radiation. It allows you to breathe underwater for a little bit, protects you against the vacuum, and other hazards, which is really neat. Might be better than the sleeping bag in a way. It doesn't protect necessarily from burn, but I, as a GM, would grant some slight protection from burn. And it's just really, if you're terraforming, if you're going to be in an alien planet or somewhere where there's a lot of hazards that are natural environmental hazards, this is a must. Another one that's for flavor, not really useful in my campaign, is a sound system. It basically, you can install it in your head, listen to music, help you with communication, things like that. Not great. Tertiary arm. It's cool in theory. It's good for flavor. If you're a builder and you're building mechs and stuff like that, cool to have a tertiary arm to help you build faster. Other than that, you're disarming a bomb maybe, or handling things that would burn your hands, handling hot coals or something, then great. Otherwise, it's kind of cool to have, but not great. Then we've got the Wilderness Survival Kit. This is a must. At least one person in your party should have one of these. You're stranded on a planet, a distant planet, whatever. This has everything that you could possibly need. First aid, it has backup thermals, patches, water filters, rebreather, whatever you need. Trust me, this has it all, and it is a must for every party.
You got the stuff, man? Yeah, I got it right here, man.
And we have another issue in the can of the Headless Hammerhead Guide to Comics and More. You know the drill. If you like the video, please hit that thumbs up and hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. If you didn't like it, leave a thumbs down, but please leave me a comment to let me know what I can do to make it better, to improve. Also, if you have questions, put it in the comments below. I reply within less than an hour most of the time, and I love to hear your comments. Also, thank you so much for watching my videos and for supporting my channel. I will see you on the next one.